Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to Gift of Healing TV. I'm Sara Jane. I know we were expecting Brenda to be with us today. Sadly, she's been in hospital since the 7th of March. And she hasn't been receiving any of my emails because actually I believe she was unconscious for a few days and has had to have a fairly serious operation. So we are sending her our love and healing energies for a speedy recovery, and we will have her join us once she's recovered. But I believe from an email I received sort of very early this morning that she is unlikely to be able to do anything for at least 2 or 3 months. So this has been pretty serious, and I know she's still in hospital. So Brenda, all the very best to you. We really do hope you are well soon. She was going to be sharing with us Running on Empty, The Curse of the 21st Century, to do with her book. Obviously, I am not going to even attempt to talk about that. That's her speciality. That's her gift. But what I am going to suggest for those of you that have signed up for this is just a couple of my own thoughts in respect of how we can support ourselves. Now, trust me, when she comes on, we may be repeating some of these, but these are just things that I personally do for myself on a daily basis. And it really does help me. And it is really important for everybody to find the things that work for them, that help them to be considerably more relaxed and at peace with themselves, especially with what is going on in the world at the moment. But there's always been a lot of stuff. The more peace we can bring to ourselves, the more peace we bring to the world, because others will be touched by the way we are, and they will hopefully wish to emulate that peace and that caring of ourselves and therefore others that we bring. And so the first thing, and I have been doing this for well over 20 years. Well over. I just couldn't tell you when it started. Probably when I didn't have a television for 4 years, which was makes this probably nearer 30 years. I haven't deliberately listened to the news or read newspapers for a very long time. Yes, I get to hear about what's going on in the world. I've got a friend that I share this house with, and he loves to come and tell me when I really don't wish to hear. By not listening to the news and not having it bombarding you 24/7, it makes a massive difference in your life. You're not being bombarded by all that negative energy. So think about it. I know some people say, no, I'll watch it once and I won't watch it anymore. I won't even watch it once. Because with social media these days, if you're on the internet, you will get to hear about it. You don't have to know it all. You know what's going on without being constantly told. That is the number one thing. And again, this second thing I have been doing for years, even when I was working in an office at lunch times, unless it was really throwing it down with rain. I go for a walk. My lunch break would be a walk. When I was working in Poole, I was able to go to the local park and walk around the lake. I had time to do that. When the office moved over to Bournemouth, it was a walk into the town, but it was out of the office. It was in fresh air. It was in sunshine. And even now, when I work for myself, I work from home, I go out for at least one walk a day. I try and make it a morning walk and an afternoon walk. I'm out in the fresh air. I'm out in the sunshine when we get any, and we have got some at the moment here. I'm out in the sunshine. You're getting that vitamin D. If you've got a local woodland you can walk in, then you're getting the cleanest oxygen that you can. If you do that during the day, not so recommended apparently at night. I do that for myself. And that energy, that time away from the computer, that time away, you're relaxing your thoughts away from work, and encourage yourself to take your thoughts out of work mode. Now, I know when I was very first connecting with the dragons and they were telling me their names, they'd usually do it out in a walk, but I never considered that as work. That was my way of connecting with the higher aspects of myself, my guides and guardians. I have had some amazing enlightenments out on my walks. And they're chill time. My mind comes back fresher and helps me to achieve so much more by doing that. So taking breaks is really important. And as I said, I do that on a daily basis. It isn't a matter of, I haven't got time today. And there's some sort of saying, it's about sort of, if you don't make time, then your body will make you make time, and it'll be considerably longer than the time it would have taken you to have that breath of fresh air, that little bit of sunshine, that rest for the brain. They're two things that I do. And they are very powerful things for me. They help me to mostly stay calm. I am going to confess to technology is the one thing that winds me up, and even a walk doesn't really help with that. But most of it helps me with everything probably bar that. And I'm trying to get better with that. But then that's about also finding a way to not control your mind, but encourage your mind. Okay, fine, this has happened. Take a breath, because actually while you're in that stressed mode, you are not going to find the answers. So everything that helps you, supports you to de-stress, is going to help you to find the answers. And the answers are, as some people say, are usually in the question. So ask and the support will come. Reminder, do ask your angels, your guides, your guardians, creator for support if things are a little difficult. It's not necessarily going to take it away, but it can help you through it. And actually a lot of our challenges are about growth, and it's about helping us get through it rather than it's going away. And I'm just going to share one other little thing with you, something that came to me when I thought, okay, I haven't heard from Brenda. I was getting very concerned about it because I knew her health hadn't been brilliant from comments that she'd made. So I thought, okay, if she is unable to join me, what could I share? And it was just really almost a little exercise. If you haven't got a local woodland or parkland, or I used to go for a walk on some heathland when I was in my other house. You haven't got anything like that, more nature rather than town, to go and walk in. Just give yourself, if necessary, just 5 minutes. Switch the computer off, sit back in your chair. Give yourself 5 minutes. Close your eyes and breathe. And imagine your favorite place, be it by a lake, by a river, a stream, a waterfall, on the top of a mountain, by the sea. Whatever is your favorite place. and imagine being there, feeling the kiss, the breeze, the sun, its warmth. If you're walking along a beach barefoot, feel the sand between your toes or the trickle of the waves over your feet. If you're near a river or a waterfall, hear the water as it crashes down the waterfall, or as the river, the stream trickles past you. Hear the sounds of nature, the birds, the buzzing of the insects. And imagine that sun beaming down onto you, its warmth, its energy, its life-giving properties, that vitamin D our bodies so require. The peace and the relaxation. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel them relax. Feel yourself right there. Breathe in the beautiful oxygen energy of life. And breathe out. And if you feel like breathing in peace and letting go of anger, breathing in harmony and letting go of stress, breathing in love and letting go of all agitation in your life. With every in-breath, you are breathing in love, peace, and harmony. With every out-breath, you are releasing all the negative from your body. Give yourself at least 5 minutes. Allow the energy of that time and space to fill you. And when you're ready, come back into yourself. Feel your body. Be aware of the rise and fall of your chest. And slowly open your eyes. And my suggestion, have some water. Drinking water is far better for you than all the teas and the coffees. And that is something else I have been doing for many years now. Water. It took quite a while for me to get used to drinking water. But now, actually, I'd probably prefer to have it most of the time. I hope these thoughts and suggestions support you. Take care, be safe, stay well, and we will be back with you next week at our normal time of 7:30 p.m. in the UK with a Today's Conversation programme, Mental Backroads and Highways. And I'm not sure about the spelling, the saying of Valerie's name, but it's Valerie Probstfeld. And it'll be with Diane Woodford, myself, and Scott Holmes as well. Take care, be safe, stay well. Namaste, sweet souls. Thank you.